Hey, here we are on a rainy afternoon in the Walmart parking lot, ready to do a Walmart pickup and share with you this week's meal plan and grocery haul. Let's get into it. All right, the meal plan for the week. Just a reminder, we eat on Bright Line Eating. So we eat no sugar, no flour, mostly produce, right? And weighed portions of everything. So keep that in mind as we go through what we're eating and what the kids are eating this week. Friday night, we are going to do pizza and salad. I will show you the Brightline Eating compliant pizza that I found. I'll show you that when we get into the groceries. But we are doing Friday night pizza because James is traveling with his grandparents this week and they'll be headed home, and I needed something flexible. They'll get home Friday late afternoon, evening. Not sure exactly what time, so I needed something easy and flexible for when they would get here. They're going to be eating with us, and so I got multiple pizzas to be able to put in at different times. Again, I'll show you that when I show you the groceries. Beef roast, you're going to notice that as a common theme around here. We got a lot of meat from our meat market. We live in a university town, and the college agriculture department has a meat market, a butcher and a meat market. We got a ton of meat from them over the last couple of weeks, roasts mostly, and you'll see in the haul we hit a really great deal at Sam's. So we're going to need to use some of this up and get some of it in the freezer and use it up. So beef roast one day, of course, that'll have veggies on the side. What else? We've got Mexican chicken. That's mostly a marinade that goes with chicken. Of course, veggies on the side. BBQ Pork Steak. I found a barbecue sauce that is no sugar added and it is Bright Line compliant. So I'm excited about that. We've tried it before and had it in small doses for dipping and things like that, but I'm going to do it on the standard way I would normally do a pork steak, but with that sauce. I'll show that to you when we do the groceries. And then we've got turkey and veggies. When I was at Aldi's last week, they had on clearance some like 1 pound of turkey roast, so got that, and we'll do that in the air fryer with the roasted veggies. One night, simple dinner. Pesto chicken, that's a crock pot meal. And then pesto, mozzarella, that kind of stuff. We could do that with some Brightline compliant noodles or just with veggies. And then we have kind of our two, you guys, if you've been here any length of time, you know my bottom two are always my batch cooking. I batch cook breakfast and lunch. So I'm sticking with my oatmeal bake. I am loving that. I'm going to make some variations this week on it, but it is a overnight baked oatmeal that I make 6 servings of and eat Monday through Saturday. That'll be breakfast. And then egg roll in a bowl is a recipe that I found this week that I want to try, and I will make a video for you, and you'll see what that is, but that'll be my batch cooking lunch. So that's the meal plan for the week. Let's start with the pizza. I didn't mention when I was over at the meal plan, go ahead and get my whole meal plan, the recipes, the grocery list that I use every single week to shop really easy and efficiently, is all going to be in the first link in the description box below. So if you're looking for any of those recipes, the egg roll in a bowl, the mozzarella pesto chicken, any of the Mexican chicken, any of that, all will be in the description box below. So let's start with Friday night pizza night. These are the 3 pizzas that I got. These cauliflower pizzas are Brightline compliant, and so I got for myself, we've had them before, and I think just the cheese version, but I got the veggie this time. I figure I will count it all as veggie. Maybe the little bit of cheese obviously is the fat. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about with the percentages and the portions, I'll put a link to the Brightline Eating meal plan below as well, but I get basically 14 ounces of veggies at dinner with a protein and a fat, and 12 ounces. I eat 12 ounces of veggies at lunch. I combo up my vegetable and fruit at lunch and make them into just fruit, or make them into just veggies at lunch, and a protein and a fat, and then a grain and a fruit and a protein at breakfast. So this will count for my dinner veggies. It's 10 ounces, and that's why we're adding salad to it. So I got the veggie. I got my husband, oh, that's upside down. I got my husband the chickpea version, plain. He's kind of a more basic eater, but he's also following bright line eating, mostly. So I got him the chickpea version. We haven't tried this before. I thought we'd try that out. Got him the plain, and then I did get the kiddos the traditional pizza. So we eat, the adults in our household eat bright line eating, no flour, no sugar, weighted meals, and no snacking. And then the kiddos, we have, pretty much eat whatever, except we are much more conscious of it now, obviously, now that we're eating bright line eating. And so we are trying to limit sugar with them, trying to limit empty snacks, those kind of things, but we're still going to have them eat regular pizza. So that's Friday night pizza night. The salads are in here too. I'll get to those. I got an 80-ounce bag of carrots. I'm guessing these were a substitute because I usually order the 5-pound, standard basic carrots. This looks to be a different brand than I usually get, and it's 80 ounces instead of 5 pounds. Whatever, we will use it because we are crazy for carrot fries around here these days. So roasted carrots, the carrot fries will definitely be on those meals that have the turkey and veggies, the beef roast and veggies, the pesto chicken and veggies. We will eat up air fried roasted carrots with those meals, no problem. Okay, I don't know what I did with broccoli, but we have a ton of broccoli. I typically order 4 to 6 bags a week because this is my husband's vegetable of choice. But somehow this week I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of florets and 2 bags of cuts. I don't know what I was doing, but whatever. We will eat it because, as I said, that's my husband's vegetable of choice, and it freezes. They last forever. So lots of broccoli this week. I got 5 bags of the tricolor coleslaw. This is what goes in the egg roll in a bowl. I'll talk about it when I do that video of that recipe, but one thing to know about bright line eating is it takes a lot of math. Basic math, don't be scared of it, basic math, but it takes a lot of math. So I had to figure out if I need 12 ounces of vegetables for 5 meals, right, that's 60 ounces of vegetables, 60 ounces of this, and how much is it going to cook down, and all of that kind of good stuff. So I bought 5 bags. That should be plenty, and maybe even have some extra veggies, but that's fine. So 5 bags of the tricolor coleslaw that goes into the egg roll and bowl. Here's our salad to go with pizza. I got a Caesar. They substituted a smaller bag and gave me 2 instead of the family size bag. That's fine. We'll just leave off the croutons, but that's my husband's favorite salad is the Caesar. And honestly, having 2 bags may work out better for us with having my parents, which I was not expecting when I did my grocery order. I was not expecting to have extra guests, but it'll be fine. We'll have plenty of pizza, and the having 2 of these is probably even ended up to my good as far as extra ounces of salad for having my parents over. The Caesar's okay, but if I have a choice, I would choose something else. So I got the avocado ranch salad, and that, I'll end up sharing that too probably since having those guests, but that's fine. So we got the avocado ranch salad, the Caesar salad for pizza and salad. A couple of raw, fresh produce, not as much as I usually do this week, but I got 2 bunches of asparagus, again, for roasted veggies with the variety of meats that we're doing this week. So asparagus. And then I only got 2 of the grape tomatoes. We still have some from last week. Again, James was traveling this week, so we ate a little bit fewer vegetables than we normally would. I also have a ton of those peppers left over. You guys have heard me talk about how much I love those sweet peppers, and I do, but I haven't been making salads as much as I've been batch cooking my lunches, and I just haven't been using them up as much. So I didn't get any of those peppers this week. We'll see if I run out of them and regret that. So fruit, I got 12 of the ambrosia apples. If you've seen my other grocery hauls, you know that they have some glitch in the system where these are 3.7 cents a pound. All of these apples, I got the maximum I could get, 12 apples for 9 cents. So I got the max I could get. I'm considering, I probably will, make a variation on my oatmeal bake this week. What I love about that recipe is it is so flexible. As long as I've got my 30 ounces of fruit, it really doesn't matter what 30 ounces of fruit I use. So I'm going to use a combination of the apples and the blueberries this week. I think maybe even some strawberries. So that's why I got more apples, is I really want to put some of the apples in the oatmeal bake this week and try that out. I've not tried that before. I've done blueberries, I've done strawberries, I've done bananas, all that good stuff, but I haven't tried apples yet. I want to try that. So 12 ambrosia apples. I got the big bag of the frozen blueberries. Again, I'll only use about 12 to 15 of it in the oatmeal bake, but it'll last. It's frozen. It'll last plenty of times. You can cook the oatmeal bake from frozen blueberries. You don't have to thaw them, so they'll keep just fine. Bananas, I ordered 9. It looks like that's what I got, 9. And again, at least 2 will be used in the oatmeal bake, and we're going through bananas. The baby, he's not a baby anymore. He's 16 months, but the baby is eating. He gets so excited when you pull out a banana. Even if you're eating one or one of his siblings are eating one, he gets very excited about bananas. So we are going through them. Got 2 pounds of strawberries. I did not order the blueberries this week because they are still crazy expensive at Walmart. They are much, much cheaper at Aldi's. I never can go to Aldi's and just get one thing, but I do kind of make an Aldi run for blueberries and then whatever else jumps in my cart. So, which I will share with you. But for now, I only got the strawberries at Walmart this week because they were still a reasonable price, whereas the blueberries were still way more expensive. Okay. Dairy, the big bag of shredded cheese. This will probably go in the freezer for now. We still have maybe a half of this left from the last time I bought it. Do you guys notice that you go through food differently based on the size of the package? Even though I weigh all my food, I measure all my food now on Brightline Eating, maybe the other people in my household aren't being as faithful to their weighing. That's probably true. But I find we're going through cheese faster because we're eating it out of this bigger bag. So if you have a solution to that, let me know. The bigger bag is so much cheaper. Well, I guess not so much cheaper. It's cheaper per ounce, but I think we eat more of it because it's in a bigger bag. So packaging matters. But for now, I still bought the big 5-pound bag. And if we're weighing our food, it shouldn't make a difference. Mozzarella cheese for the mozzarella pesto chicken. That goes with that. Yogurt to go with breakfast for the oatmeal bake. They substituted this. I usually order just the general, Great Value, non-fat, or plain Greek yogurt. The Great Value plain Greek yogurt. They substituted the Chobani. That's fine. It's still the plain. I usually check that off as not even able to substitute because I don't want to get the vanilla or anything that has any of the flavors that I have looked at have some sort of sugar. But the non-fat plain or the Greek yogurt plain are the ones that are good. And this one is okay. I don't know if it'll focus, but I did check the ingredients. It is just cultured milk. So this one's fine. That's a fine substitution. It's probably a little bit better for me, a little bit better quality anyway. So I get 6 of those because I eat the oatmeal bake Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week. So this counts as my other 2/3 of a protein on that. Again, recipe in the link in the comments. 18 eggs, because that's just kind of a staple. Every single week I buy 18 eggs. We usually end up eating a minimum 12 of them a week, sometimes even more. Like this morning, I was out of yogurt for my oatmeal bake, so I had 2 eggs as my protein for that. So we go through them in a week. We go through about 18 in a week. Gallon of milk. We drink 2%, standard gallon of milk. Okay, meat. A pound of ground beef. I get the 85/15, a pound of ground beef, and a pound of the original sausage. This is for egg roll in a bowl. That'll be the protein combination for egg roll in a bowl. And then I got 2 bags this week of the meatballs, homestyle meatballs. I knew that I had used up my last of them in the freezer with the meatball soup that I made last week. And so I wanted to restock. I don't even think I have anything with meatballs on the plan this week, but my kids eat meatballs, a lot of meatballs. If you ask them what they want for dinner, that's what they're going to say. And so sometimes when we're making something that they're probably not going to love like the steak and veggies or things like that, I will throw meatballs in the air fryer or in the oven and make them up some meatballs while we're eating the other food. So, wanted to restock the freezer with 2 bags of the family style meatballs. Okay. Meat that we got from Sam's. My husband went to Sam's one day this week. I mentioned in last week's video he was getting his eyes checked. He had to go back for something for that, to like check his prescription after he was wearing it or something. And he walked through the meat aisle and found clearance meat. So we got, this is, what is this? This is the pork shoulder steak. You can hardly see that there. The pork shoulder steak down to $8.19, which is really good. This is 5 pounds. It came down to $1.41 a pound. I know I used to be able to get pork steaks for 99 cents a pound. That we just don't live in that world anymore. So $1.41 is a really good price for pork steaks. I haven't unpackaged it yet. These really need to get in the freezer, but there's got to be at least 4 in here, which means it's a minimum of 2 meals for us for $8. That's really good. Again, we're going to do barbecue pork steaks this week with some of these, and then the others will go in the freezer. We got, this is a little more fancy. This is a beef ribeye steak, obviously more expensive, but the original price was $16.98 a pound. I know you probably can't read that through the camera, but $16.98 a pound, and it was down to $8.24 a pound. So, or maybe it's $10.98 a pound. So, a good deal on that. Again, that'll go in the freezer. We'll portion that up. And then this is chuck roast, I believe. Yep, beef chuck roast. Again, 2 big chuck roasts for $28.91. They came down unit price of $3.74. So that's a good price. Original price $4.98, and it had come down to 3. So these were to $3.74. These were, again, kind of close dated, so they'll need to get packaged up in the freezer. We'll vacuum seal them, put seasoning on them, and get them in the freezer for the future, and maybe one this week. Or again, I've got all that meat market meat in the freezer, so one of them will be the beef roast and veggies for this week. All right, some pantry things. Unsweetened applesauce. My kids seem to go through that, so I just picked up another one of those to replace the one they went through last week. We've still got them in the pantry. I've got a jar of pesto for the pesto chicken. I've got vanilla extract for the oatmeal bake. I had like 3 bottles of vanilla extract in my pantry, and I have weaned them all down, right? I have used them all up, combined them all, eventually got through them all. So now we will go to 1 bottle of vanilla extract in the pantry, and I actually needed to order more. So get that. Bottle of soy sauce. That's for the egg roll in a bowl as well, I think. Yeah, I got the less sodium one, but it doesn't really matter. So I got the soy sauce for egg roll in a bowl. And then this is the no sugar added Ray's barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. So the ingredients are, again, I don't know if you're going to be able to focus on that, but the ingredients are water, tomato paste, distilled vinegar, salt, and then less than 2% of cornstarch, apple cider vinegar, garlic. So it's compliant. It's Bright Line Eating compliant. So that's what we'll use for the pork steaks. Okay. And then the only like kid food, non-compliant kid food, is hamburger buns this week. So, because we also go through hamburgers like crazy. If it's not meatballs, it's hamburgers around here. So that's it for this week's grocery haul.